If this is real, I've just gone live for on the first time ever of asking. You know what I'm saying? If this is real, I've just gone live for the first time ever of asking. Yes, I'm actually live for the first time ever on asking. Normally on YouTube, it takes so many times to go live. It is just fucked up. Sweetheart, I'm at work.
Okay. So we'll see you here later.
You guys go eat breakfast and stuff, okay? I'll call you soon, okay? I'll finish my. Okay, bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodness me. Okay, YouTube. We're going to start the Insta and then we're ready to go. Let's see if we're live. Are we live? Rock and roller. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Adrian Brody, broadcasting from Hong Kong, gunning for my third Oscar. Welcome to the Watchman's Hour with Roshan Mawani. Gosh, I have like page 1, 2. See this YouTube 2, 3, and then the last page 4 of last week's thoughts. I mean, they're not like written out speech or anything. They're just like my fucking thoughts during the week. You know, I could be out walking, I could be out wherever, you know what I mean, and I'll just jot something down, type something down in the notes thing of my iPhone and stuff. But I think I'll just talk off the cuff first. So where should I begin? Okay, let's begin with this. So Friday, today's Sunday in Hong Kong. Friday is my wife's birthday. Okay, so Friday, November 28th. So listen to this because I think you're going to enjoy the story. By the way, this is Rihanna's jacket that I bought in Dubai 2 years ago. And I'm so fat as fuck right now. The fattest I've been since like 2015. That I'm feeling tight. For the first time, I actually feel tight in something. So Friday's my wife's birthday, and I'm trying to think. In the morning, I had a quick workout. Friday I stayed in. I can't remember even. Thursday I worked out for the first time in a week, but we'll come to that later. So Friday was her birthday, and if we just skip forward, I had to work the whole fucking day. So I took her to this restaurant called Akira Back that both her and my oldest daughter Serena were really keen on going to since it opened in Hong Kong a couple of months ago. And I just said, we'll wait for a special occasion. We went to this restaurant in Dubai. It was at the hotel that we were staying at. It was the W Hotel on the Palm, Dubai, a couple of weeks ago. And a couple of years ago, goodness me. And so we went to this restaurant Akira back then. It was so fucking off the hook. Oh my goodness, brilliant. I cannot even tell you how gorgeous it was. And you have to understand the kids were minus 2 years. So Serena's 14, goodness. Saria's 12. Saria's 14 right now, yeah. And she just turned 13 then. It was after her birthday, yeah. So Saria was 13. And Rian is now 13, so he was 11. So they were very young. But this place was so huge, so fucking expansive, because that's how Dubai is, and so gorgeous and multifaceted. They had a separate sushi bar, if I'm not mistaken. They had separate teppanyaki rooms, right? And they're just huge, not squashed in and stuff. And they had both indoor and outdoor dining that was somewhat connected. It's very hard for me to describe, but it was just fucking amazing. So, I could only imagine that, could they even replicate this in Hong Kong? Now, I'm not dissing Hong Kong anyways, but space here is such a premium, right? We all know that, Hong Kong has its, huge vantages, right? Huge vantages. And I always talk glowingly about Hong Kong and stuff. But, space, I wouldn't say space is a premium, but space is extremely expensive here. So I wasn't thinking much about it. And I booked this place a long time ago, and I told them a new asshole when I was booking it, because the responsiveness was really, really extremely poor. Both by email and on Instagram. Really, really, really fucking poor. And then they were apologetic, but the excuse for the lack of responsiveness was even poorer. So I really told them a new asshole and stuff. And, I was really apprehensive about going to this place. And then on the day itself, I did something that I haven't done in fucking years. So when I first had kids and then we finally started to travel, right? I don't even know if Instagram existed then. And so I'd look on like TripAdvisor, and Google reviews wasn't really a thing then, look at reviews and where should I go to restaurants and stuff, even where should I stay and so forth. This is before I got really hooked up with like Ritz-Carlton and stuff. and and so I'd read reviews and then book restaurants based on that, read reviews of hotels, and stuff, and try and figure out something. But I did something that I hadn't done in fucking forever, which is I went on Google reviews to read the reviews, and half of the reviews were extremely poor, and the poorness was based on a reflection of how poor their food was and how poor their service was. So it's like, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? Like, I really hope I have a great time tonight. And so we went, the six of us. So me, Saloni, Serena, Saria, and Rian. Okay, by the way, my name is Roshan, and I'm in Hong Kong, which is a city in China. So it's me, Saloni, Serena, Saria, and Rian. And then it is Monisha, who is my wife's sister. So the six of us. So I said, of course, it's her birthday itself, and her sister is like both her parents have passed, right? So it's just her and her sister here. Of course, she's got extended family from immediate family. It's just her and her sis. So I booked this forever back, and I try to keep it a surprise. And when we were looking at Saturday nights, for dinners and stuff, Saloni mentioned Akira back, and she said Serena's pining to go to Akira back, and then she also said that Serena said that if you don't book her Kira back for a Saturday night dinner, then she's telling Saloni to take her there anyways, whenever. So I had to, give it up to Saloni a while ago, saying that, look, we're going to Akira back for dinner on your birthday. So just, placate Serena somehow. And that didn't work. So we had to let it out of the bag to Serena as well. So she ended up being patient. So we went for this dinner, and her sister, Monisha, my sister-in-law, Sari and Rian had no idea where we were going. But of course, when we got there, they recognized the name Akira back, because when we were in Dubai, all five of us, and it's unless we go to a steakhouse, it's very difficult for all five of us to have an incredible meal, because the three kids have such distinctly different tastes in food. Also, I think they inherited this from me. It has to be genetic, but food is huge to them. Like, food is huge to me. I mean, I get really cranky and upset if I don't get the right things. It's always, exercise easy, diet is so tough for me. So during the trip in Dubai, so we went there pretty early in our stay, maybe the second night, third night, fourth night. And we went there because, one, it was at a hotel, but that wasn't the number one reason. But number two, that with Serena doing research on Dubai at that time and Saloni doing research on Dubai at that time, they're like, we must go to this restaurant and cure back. So we went to Dubai for 10 days, and in the winding down of the days to us leaving, Serena said, Papa, I want to go back to Kiribati. I want to go back to Kiribati before we leave. I want to go back to Kiribati, right? So then I asked the two little ones, it's like, our last night dinner, do you want to go to a new place? We went to a new place every single night, or do you want to go to Akira back again? And they like, we want to go to Akira back. So I was like, okay, these, to have them unanimous in anything is a rarity. So that was 2 years ago. And so I really hoped that, I don't really hope for much in life, right? Because I really go and make things happen for me. I'm not really a hoper. What the fuck is hope going to get you? I mean, hope gets you fucking nothing. Seriously, a positive attitude and drive and grind possibly gets you something, right? There's no guarantees in life, but hope gets you fucking nothing. All right, so stop hoping and wishing. Put a smile on your face. Work hard. Put your head down. Really work hard, and something might happen for you in life. So I was like, okay, this place better be good. So it's in this brand new building called the Henderson, which is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And you know how much I love absolutely stunningly gorgeous stuff. And this restaurant is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Fuck, it is beautiful. But it is nowhere near as big as the one in Dubai. Now, I mean, the Dubai one, the decor is completely different. It's very hard to compare the two of them. You can't say this one is better than that. The Hong Kong one is really beautiful. And the Dubai one is really huge. And I mean, the outdoor setting they have and being on the Palm of Dubai is fucking unbeatable, right? So we get there, and the service, and I'm coming to my point in a second. The service is so fucking good. It is incredible. We are so well looked after, and the food is great as well. Okay, I did a post with a couple of videos on the food. The food really is good. Fucking expensive as fuck, right? That's expected. Expensive as fuck, but the service was so good, which is, and my point that I'm making is that I've said this so many fucking times in the past, right? And I never really fall into this trap, and so forth. Never, ever, ever listen to negative online reviews, whether it's about Sam Steeler, Akira Back, or anything else. And I'll tell you why. Because being in this industry for 26 years and seeing reviews from the dawn of reviews, right? And making reviews in my early stage when TripAdvisor was a big thing, right? And I think I only ever wrote 2 bad reviews in my life. One was because I had a horrendous experience at some place in Hong Kong. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. That I walked out, didn't even have lunch there. And then I also had a horrendous experience in a place, I think it was in Penang. It was just so god awful. But that was very early in my stage of making reviews. And I realized very early in this review genre era that was big maybe a decade ago, that negative reviews really can hurt a business, especially a small business, right? And like, do you really need to share your negativity with the world? Does it matter? And three, most importantly, what is my message? My message has always been is that people get very emotional when the slightest thing goes wrong. Okay, people get even more emotional when other things go wrong. Okay, and they're extremely unforgiving. And most people, and let's just take it from my experience, right? Okay, and then let's take it from the dinner on Friday night's experience. This place is fucking packed Friday night, okay? And this place is not cheap. It is fucking expensive as fuck. It's probably one of the most expensive meals I've ever had. And remember, we're not a table of drinkers. I've got 3 kids here with me, and I'm not drinking either. And how many drinks is Saloni and Monisha going to have? Let's say they have top 2 each, okay? And it's the most expensive dinner I've fucking ever had. That's how fucking pricey this place is. But I'm not talking about the worth of it. I'm talking about, and this place is packed, okay? Absolutely packed. When people have the slightest negative experience, and they will go and write bad and trashy business to no end for no fucking reason. They will exaggerate stuff, perhaps even make stuff up, cry like little bitches, cry like fucking babies. I have no idea why. You know what I'm saying? And I've read negative reviews on my business. If you go to my Google reviews right now, it's like 95% overwhelmingly positive reviews, right? In the five-star range, and a minute number of reviews in the 1-star range. And if you look at the positive reviews, they probably they just cover the word minimum, maybe 100 words and stuff. And some people have really exceptional experiences. Some people are so over the moon. They'll write 1,000 words. They'll post photos. Great, brilliant, absolutely amazing. But if you look at negative reviews for any fucking business, overwhelmingly people are writing 1,000, 2,000 fucking words or something, dissing a business, dissing a restaurant. You know what I mean? Dissing a hotel, whatever it is. And I would never take any of those views on board because they're extremely emotional and they're pretty irrational. So my advice to all of you is that, if you're actually reviewing stuff, base it on the positivity, which is what I have espoused with anything and everything that I always do, right? Positive, positive, positive. Be a positive person. Don't be a hater. Don't spew nasty shit on the internet. Don't spew nasty shit at all unless someone fucks with you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, be cool, be calm, be positive, be nice, be loving, be a charmer, be a romanticist and stuff, right? So when you are looking for a place to eat, looking for a place to stay, looking for a place to go, looking for a place to shop, absolutely discount the negative reviews that are out there. They're not worth paying any attention to because they're posted by people who are being overly emotional, completely irrational. Okay, don't ever look at negative reviews. If you're weighing up options, I'm not really a weighing up options sort of guy. I pretty much know what to do, when to do it. If you're weighing up options, where to go, if you have to choose between one thing and another, like if you choose between one tailor and another, look at the positive stuff, right? Look at the positive experiences. that people had. Not necessarily the number of positive experiences, number of positive reviews, but look at the positive experiences that people espouse and make your decision based on that. Don't listen, don't look at, don't pay any attention, don't even read the negative reviews. That's just another form of hate, right? That's just another form of internet hate. And I would totally fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like, not even pay attention. And so like I said, when I was trying to book this place, I didn't have a good experience. The experience was so poor in trying to book a place that I actually went and read online reviews, which is something I really never do. Okay. Online reviews horrified me about the negative stuff that there was there. But gladly, I was completely wrong. And I learned to follow my own advice over the years, which is fuck the hate on the internet. Seriously, I had such a fucking good time at this place. The service was so fucking good. The vibe was so great. These people were amazing. This place was so fucking beautiful that I'm so glad that we went there. Now listen, it's a lot of money to fucking spend on food. Absolute like fortune to spend on food. It's criminal. It really is criminal to spend that kind of money on food. Because where's the food going the next day, right? We all know this. What it is about is an experience. Okay. Now, I on my birthday don't need to go to an expensive restaurant. I don't fucking give a shit, right? Everything I do is about my children right now. Everything I do is about my family, and everything I do is about giving them an experience and giving them an education. And I hope they take all of this stuff on board. I really don't know. That's another thing that I just hope for, which is stupid, right? Obviously, when I'm talking off the cuff, words like this will come out. But ultimately, like, when it comes to kids and stuff, there's no point doing and hoping. It's just doing, right? And whatever happens, happens. And that's pretty much it. So for me, it's, it is criminal to spend that kind of money. What could I spend that kind of money on? It's not enough money to buy a designer bag, right? A good enough one. Could be enough money to perhaps buy a designer wallet. She doesn't need another wallet, right? It's not enough money to buy jewelry. Okay, it isn't, right? It's not enough money to buy her a amazing pair of earrings, an amazing necklace and stuff. Okay, but it's still a fucking expensive meal that doesn't include any alcohol. But if you can't buy a designer bag with it, right, and you can't buy jewelry with it, you know what is the value of it? The value of it is an amazing experience for the six of us. It's like a gamble. It's a gamble, right? And everything you do in life is a gamble. Me opening every single day of the week is a gamble, right? I may not get any customers. Me posting a video every single day is a gamble. It may not be helping me at all. I'll talk more about this as well. And it could be affecting me negatively as well, right? So everything in life is a gamble. So, but the value of going to a restaurant like that and spending that kind of money and stuff is that you hope that it will create such a memorable experience that all of us can look upon together forever. Now, I can't tell you many of the places that I went to dinner in Dubai in. Okay, I can't really remember their names and stuff. But coming right back to the start, to wrap this whole thing around, we got reviews, experience, money, this, that, right? To show you that what I'm saying is all fucking true and not bullshit, is that think about the effect that Akira back in Dubai had on us. How good a time did we have 2 years ago? How incredible was the experience that we went back a second time? And how did it lead us to this Friday night? So that's what expensive meals, what expensive experiences, what experiences get you. That is the value of experiences. Okay. The amount of memories, positive vibes that you can elicit from it, the charge that it gives you, the fuel that it gives you to make further memories, to make further positive things happen in your family life and stuff. Now, I'm probably yapping a lot, but this is my hour to yap pretty much. Yeah, I am a predator. I don't know when you guys will realize, right? I don't know if any of you guys will realize and stuff. I think this is the best screen record moment that we're going to have during this chat, is that nothing you say to me phases me, right? Like all the hate in the world and stuff. And it's not even about sticks and stones and stuff. It's just about say whatever you want about me and stuff. And like, it doesn't stick. It doesn't affect. I mean, I just fucking laugh. I've spoken about this shit so many fucking times, right? I just fucking laugh. It is always better to lead with love, really. It is always better to lead with positivity, with love and stuff, right? It says so much about your life, who you are, and how insignificant your life is currently. You can change that, obviously, right? How insignificant your life is, how small a human being you are, and you can change all this, right? How heinous of an individual you are, and you can change all this so simply, so easily. You can change the disgustingness in your life. You can change the disgustingness about you so simply by just being nice. Lose the hate. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a fucking dick. Don't say trash to people. Don't watch trash on the internet. Don't leave trashy comments and stuff. And so forth. Drinking coffee. Wow, it tastes so yummy. So that was Friday night. So Saturday, of course, I woke up when we came home Friday, right? We had like this full-on fucking meal. I don't remember how many courses we had and stuff. And we came back to my place and we cut cake, okay? And the kids gave her their gifts and stuff. And after we did that, took a shower, went to bed probably about midnight, got up and had to do my work. When I don't get up, I'll come to this in a second as well. Got up, did my work, and then came to work. And I was beat, right? But I have responsibility. And so I come to work and we have a video call scheduled, a very quick call with a client who is calling me for a few days. We had liaised by email. He's an old client of mine. 25 years he's been shopping with me. And you can see this. Now, I purposely, I wasn't even thinking I'm going to broadcast it, right? This call, because it was a quick call. It was not like a full-on consultation. It was just an unboxing. This guy sent me a box filled with 5 fabrics for jackets and 1 fabric for trousers, his own fabric that he purchased. I haven't even really looked at it. I've been so busy. Actually, I haven't looked at it. I didn't even open the fucking box. But when I received the box after liaising with him by email, I actually texted him and then I called him, but I couldn't get in touch with him. And then he kept calling me back and I was so fucking busy, meaning I'm serving client after client after client. And even if I say it wasn't busy, wouldn't have staff to go over the call with him. I need somebody alongside of me, right? Making my notes, handing me stuff, cutting stuff, whatever it may be. So we have this call scheduled for Saturday, 10 a.m. And you know what? Nobody fucking comes to work. I mean, it was just disgusting. All right. So Duji was there and he's security. And Naren was there and he is a borrow from the lounge upstairs. And I've always said that I don't know what Joker show my father and uncle are running, right? And this is like so repetitive, right? Like, so we have a lounge upstairs and Naren has worked with us, gosh, for over a decade and stuff. But my uncle would rather not enforce people to come on time to work. I don't know what he's so scared of, right? He's probably scared that if he upsets the staff, that they'll go and work for someone else. He's actually, that is the truth. He's like, if you upset the staff, they will go and work for somebody else. He's been telling me that forever. He's been telling me that for maybe 15 years, let's say, right? Definitely for at least 10 years. And I've always told him, I gave up telling him this. I always told him back, I was like, who would hire people, right, that can't come to work on time, right? I don't know. I'm like, Uncle, I don't know how you're so worried about like staff leaving because you don't allow them to come shockingly late. I'm talking about shockingly late. Okay. You're worried about staff. You're worried about staff quitting on us if you encourage them to be on time. And you're worried about them quitting on us and going and working for someone else. Who in their right mind would hire people that are consistently, when I say consistently, every day late, and a lot of days shockingly late, and have been that way for absolutely fucking years? It makes no sense. So I open up the store. I've got nobody here. My desk is a fucking mess because I left early for dinner. I left work early. You know, dinners are long things, and when you have 3 young kids, you always want the 6 o'clock or 6:30 seating. Trust me, because you know, even if you sit down at 6:30, you're going to be there till at least 9:30. So I leave early and I come back to work, and my desk in the morning is a fucking disaster. Nothing is set up for the call. The box that I placed, okay, to open is moved to somewhere else. The notes that I placed on my desk are suddenly gone, have shifted somewhere. I mean, this is my fucking desk we're talking about, where I'm sitting right now. This is my desk for fucking since April 2001. That's when we renovated and made it as my desk. And the book, the previous order from like 2019, when the client was last in Hong Kong, that's also gone. So I've got my security guy Durji looking for this book. I'll tell you, I've opened up and I don't understand, right? I've got two clients, two people who have not booked an appointment. So these are walk-ins who are there before our opening hours. So our opening hours, whatever the opening hours listed, whether it's listed on the website, on Google, on the fucking sign outside our store, right? They're early for the opening hours. God bless them. And I asked him, are you guys, do you guys have an appointment? No. Are you here to make a purchase? Yes. Are you together? No. Okay. I was like, look, come on in. But I'm so sorry. I mean, we're not even open yet. I've got no one to look after you. So I've given Naren to look after them. Durji's looking for the fucking book. I send a message on the Dream Team chat, okay, that I have a video call. Nobody's here. And nobody says anything. And thankfully, I don't know, the guy called and I said, look, I've already hit no on him like 6 times yesterday, and then emailed him. When he emailed me, so I've been trying to get in touch with you. I was like, can we do my Saturday morning 10 a.m. emails back? He said, done. I told him, look, I'm back to back with clients. I cannot answer your call. Also, my wife's birthday, I'm just fucking all over the place. He was like, cool. He's a mature guy, probably a little bit older than me. So finally, Mira comes to work. Okay. The guy had already called. I said, bro, can you give me a few minutes? I'm so sorry about this. I mean, the guy must think I'm some sort of fucking asshole. I was like, I have no staff. I can't do this right now. Just give me a few minutes and hopefully someone will show up. So finally, Mira showed up and I didn't tear into it. I said, this is just shockingly unprofessional. I just cannot understand what is going on. All right. So she sits down with me. We find the box. We find the book. We find the letter from the client. Okay. We open up a new page and stuff. And then I broadcast this. Okay. So I called the client on WhatsApp video, but then I broadcast it. I put on my Instagram live. That's it. And you can see this on all 3 of my Insta accounts and stuff. You can see on my YouTube. I don't know if I posted on YouTube yet. I think I did. But you can see it's only an 8-minute video. But you can see, I'm not livid the way I am now with you guys on this video and stuff, but you can see how open I am. And I'm telling you, like, if you've been following me for 6 years, right? And if you followed all my live streams, my daily live streams during the pandemic, you absolutely understand that I'm working in a fucking Joker show here. Really a fucking Joker show. During the pandemic, it was like I am in a fucking canoe in the choppiest of waters. Guys, I need silence. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm in the choppiest waters. See, they come to work and it's like a fucking party right now, you know what I mean? They come 10:08. I'm the choppiest waters without a fucking paddle, all right? My uncle can see this. My father can see this. And, I'm just, I have no lifelines here, guys. I really have no lifelines. And I'm not singing a sad song. I'm giving you a reality, right? I'm giving you a reality. And I'll tell you what the reality is. I'm like, bro, no matter what good soul you are, nobody give a fuck, okay? All right? But that doesn't mean you should be a bad soul. People give up on being good so fast. People give up on working hard so fast because everyone around you is a dick. And you know what will differentiate you? What will put you in the CR7 category, right? What will put you in the CR7 category and the CR7 category is the top 0.1% of the world. Okay, so like the top 0.1% of the world is 12% body fat and less. And what will put you in the top 0.1% of the world is that if you just, doesn't matter how deflated you are, doesn't matter how much of a dick everyone around you is, doesn't matter how, even your own fucking family is fucking screwing you, whatever fucking may be, right? Just be good, just be positive, just grind. They're so fucking loud outside right now, it's insane. Okay, they're louder than me, and they're outside. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's it. You know what I mean? You've just got to push everything aside, right? And focus on being good and focus on working hard. These simplistic things that are hopefully still taught to young people, that are hopefully still taught to young people nowadays. I don't know. They were taught to me. I can't tell you when they were taught to me, who they were taught to me by. You mean I went to religious classes when I was a kid? I know they told me be a good person. I know my mom told me when I was really young to be a good person. I'm sure at many stages of life in the non-woke, liberal, non-liberal time that I grew up in, right? Teachers, principals, counselors, priests, aunties, uncles, relatives, adults, everyone around you told you, hey, be a good person. Hey, don't be a fucking dick. Hey, work hard, right? Hey, pay your taxes. Hey, grind. Hey, give into the system. Hey, join the system. Work hard, be good, work, right? Are people being taught this stuff these days? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck people are being taught on. And I don't want to shit on people here, right? I don't want to shit on people here. But was there all this hate before the internet? Was there all this hate before social media? Was there all this protest before the internet? I mean, yes, I'm sure there's protests and stuff, but are they as often as now? Are they as I'm probably wrong to call it meaningless, right? Because I don't know the side of these people and stuff, right? I don't know. But if you ever wanted my advice, okay, and I'm not saying that you're asking for it, right? But if you ever wanted my advice, it's the same shit that I say week after week, all the fucking time. It's like, fuck the noise around you, right? Be a nice person, lead with love, and always work your fucking ass off. Seriously. It's an ethos that I follow and stuff. And that doesn't mean I don't fight with people, yell at people, bitch at people and so forth. And you could even say, hey, Roshan, you're being a hypocrite right now. You're bitching at your own staff. You're bitching at your own uncle and stuff. I'm trying to be transparent here. I'm trying to create a show here. I'm creating a show on honesty, right? I'm trying to create a show on the inside in my life and stuff, right? I'm trying to not give you just plastic every fucking day. So, this is my hour to sound off and stuff. And, I am grateful for everything in my life. And I'm grateful for the start that I'm given. Okay. And I'm aware that, my start is a head start. That doesn't mean my head start was in the CR7 category. Okay. But I just don't know the other side. Right. I've never had to worry about my next meal. Thankfully. Right. And so that shaped me as a person. And that's molded me into who I am now. Right. Which is to strive and provide. Right. Strive and provide. And that's what I do. And that's what I encourage everybody to do. And I'm not going to give in to. And I'm not going to listen to the other side of the equation where people say this, that's that. Now, look, what I've noticed, what I garner, and this is, it's not a tough thing to say, but the shitty thing to say. Look, I don't ever see the middle class. I can't see it, right? I would put myself in the middle class. I can't see the middle class shitting on the billionaires all the time, constantly. I don't think so. I think the middle class work hard. I don't know if they imagine that they want to be billionaires or they have regrets about doing something differently that could have got them there. But I know they're happy where they are and they're striving for more. But why is it always below the middle class that are always shitting on the rich? What is it shitting on the rich, shitting on the rich, shitting on the rich? Are all the rich thieves? I don't think so. I don't think so. I live in Hong Kong, a city full of fucking billionaires and stuff, right? And I don't shit on them, right? I don't even necessarily think I admire them. And I don't even dream of being them and stuff. And I really don't pay any attention to them. I'm just focused on me, right? I'm not shitting on the rich, but everywhere I watch and see, like, people are shitting on the rich. I don't understand. Shouldn't we applaud them like we applaud soccer players who score goals, like we applaud Wimbledon champions, right? Like we applaud Super Bowl winners? Aren't they like the winners in life? Am I being so fucking naive? Aren't they like the winners in life? Are you guys telling me that all rich people are fucking thieves and have abused the system and stuff? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think, people got where they are by exploiting and abusing and stuff. You may say that, some are, but definitely how minuscule a percentage must that be, right? So I mean, you've got to you've got to work hard and try and be a success, and honestly life will pay you. life will pay you and stuff. Lisa makes a great point. It stems from insecurity and jealousy. I mean, Lisa, I appreciate your comment and stuff, and no diss to you whatsoever, but it's too simplistic. We already know that. We know that before any of the social media and internet stuff started, right? We knew all of this before. So it's much more than that. And I'm not a psychologist, so I can't sort of like dissect it for you. Neither do I want to and stuff. I said before, and I'll say it again, right? As not even a disclaimer, that if you hear me being nasty, see me being nasty and stuff, it's just in response to someone who's being an atrocious prick for no reason. So you can watch this call. It's about an 8-minute video. You should watch it. It's on all my Instas and stuff. And then I have a very busy morning of everything lined up, just like I had a very busy Friday because I knew I was leaving work early. And even if you're leaving 1 hour early, 1 hour potentially is one appointment. Okay, even two. 1 hour potentially is 1, 2, 3, 4 fittings. Okay, so when you condense that, right? So if I condense my Friday afternoon because I'm losing 1 hour at the end of the day or more, if I condense my Saturday morning because I'm losing the entire afternoon, I'll get to Saturday in a second, right? It's a huge load on me. And I would hope that others would step up. And unfortunately, I don't think that happened really Friday. I don't think they were capable of stepping up. I think it was just too much for everybody. And I think it was too much for everybody Saturday morning. But it is what it is, right? It's better to be busier than less busy. And I would like to think that we all work hard to be busy. I would like to think that all employees everywhere who are taking a paycheck from their employers, okay, I'm going to say this again. I would honestly hope to believe that all employees everywhere who are taking a paycheck from their employers would be hoping, striving, working hard to make sure that those employers are successful, that those employers are profitable, right? You know what I mean? Otherwise, why the fuck are you working at a company that you hate? You know what I mean? I can't understand why you're working at a company that you fucking hate. What I can't understand even more is why would you hate on a company, right, that you're working for, that's paying you? You know what I mean? You're eliciting a paycheck from them and stuff. And, this is, talking to you guys, I wouldn't call it my therapy, but it does make me, I'm at nearing 49 years old. I can sound like an absolute baby. Whining about my dad and uncle and so forth and stuff. I just wonder why don't they just, live in current times and acknowledge what's going on and stuff and work together as a team and be supportive of one another, right? What's this undermining and stuff? It's fucking irrational. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So anyway, so what I do is I told the family weeks ago that we will leave Saturday at 1:15. Okay? Weeks ago. We will leave Saturday at 1:15. Where are we going? Here, I haven't told you this yet. So I booked this glorious dinner for Saloni on Friday night. This is almost like an ode to Saloni, this whole show, right? And based on what we did, we're talking about a bunch of other things, right? And so I tell them weeks ago we're gonna leave at 1:15. So I booked us a staycation. All right. I hate that fucking word. Seriously. I hate that word because I hate to use the word hate. I hate that word because it's I don't know, like it seems like a word that comes from the left. And maybe it doesn't come from the liberals, and maybe it doesn't come from the woke, and maybe it doesn't come from the lower than middle class because maybe they can't afford it. I don't know. I really don't like that word. It doesn't sound like me and stuff. I don't know if that word was born out of the pandemic, but I'd done staycations before the pandemic. So anyways, I booked this staycation because I would love to have whisked my wife away somewhere, whisked my family away somewhere, taken some time off as well. You know what I mean? I just can't. I can't. I've got these two giant anchors above my head and stuff, and I cannot even tell you that what I went through the last few years, in the build up to vacations and the coming back from vacations, right? Nobody can give me blessings. Hey, you worked hard, go and enjoy yourself. Yeah, you worked hard, you deserve a holiday and stuff, right? So I'm not sore, it's just a reality. So I have to, this is what I've basically done. So anyways, they weren't ready at 1:15. It doesn't matter. It wasn't 2:15 by the time we left. It was somewhere in between and stuff. I'm saying you're wasting your own time. Now, they don't know where we're going, but I wish them away to the Ritz-Carlton, all right? And I'm going to post a video. And I think that when you've done as many Milwani Cribs videos as I've done over the years, right? And these videos go way back and probably predate Instagram. You know, these videos could be 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. I've stayed in so many glorious suites and I've stayed in so many glorious villas and stuff over the years. And I've shared all of this. Now, I got the sickest fucking room at the Ritz, okay, last night. I'm talking about the sickest. And I haven't posted a video yet. I've looked at the videos about 5 minutes and it's probably doesn't do it justice just because I've done these videos so many times. And I think Sari, who's filming me, and God bless my daughter Sari, who's filming me so often, has done a very tight shot, so she hasn't really broadcasted how the room is. So when I do post this video, and if you do watch it, understand this room is fucking sick as fucking fuck in every ways. And I've stayed at the Ritz here in Hong Kong many times, okay? And I have many great videos of my rooms at the Ritz, but you'd have to scroll back pre-pandemic, right, to find them. That's a long amount of videos to go back. I mean, I've got 10,700 videos on my main channel right now. And this is the sickest room I've gotten ever. Credit to the Ritz-Carlton. Thank you so much. You guys are just amazing to me. So we've checked into the Ritz. The room is sick as fuck. And then we've had lunch, late lunch, like 2:45, whatever, or later. We've sit down to lunch in the lounge, in the lounge. It's called the lounge. And then I was like, you know what? I am beat. I'm going to take a nap. And we have a Michelin star dinner coming up. So I literally I took off my suit. I'm in my fucking underwear. And I lie down in this beautiful fucking bed. And I don't know if I'm going to pass out. And I put on like a podcast on my iPhone, lower the volume, close my fucking eyes. And literally, I was so tired from the night before that thank God, and I mean it, thank you God, this is not frivolous. I slept, I think, for at least an hour and a bit. So I was like, okay, great, fucking brilliant. So get ready and stuff. We all dress up. And I'll post photos from this. So I posted photos and video from Friday night already from Akira back. And I go down to dinner at this restaurant called Tosca. And it's been around for a long time, since the Ritz opened in 2011. I have a relationship going back to the Ritz since 2011. So it's about 14 years. So they're so good. They are so good. And I booked all this in advance. And the reach out to the Ritz was so different from the reach out to Akira back. Okay. And this meal was so fucking awesome. When you go to like a Michelin restaurant and stuff, the portions are tiny, right? But they really do put on an amazing show for you. And the bill was cheaper than Akira back, believe it or not. But this restaurant is so stunningly beautiful. The service was so good. And again, it's about the fucking memories. It's about the fucking memories. And maybe I could have coupled everything that I spent this weekend. Okay. The dinner at Friday night, this sensational fucking room at the Ritz, the lunch that I'm going to have today, which I'll come to. Maybe I could have coupled all that cash together and I don't know. Then I could have afforded to borrow a designer bag, right? With that money. Still don't think I could have bought really good jewelry. Okay. But I could have bought a designer bag then, say, if I put everything together. But it would still be in the caliber of bags that I've bought, and not in the fucking ridiculous caliber of bags, which I don't really think that anybody needs, right? It's better to buy, the caliber bags that I've been buying over the years, because now my daughters can use them all. But still, is the bag the better thing? Or is this whole weekend the better thing? We'll find out. We'll find out. But when we come together the way we do and we reminisce about stuff and vacations and so forth, I don't have as good memory as they do. But it is fabulous. Now, dinner last night was not all hunky-dory, okay? There was a moment where when I came back to the table, Rian was in tears. They had brought some bullshit up about him. The girls were teasing him. I had to take him away. and stuff. There was a moment when I came back to the table. It was a long drawn out meal, right? And Saloni was not too happy about something. Maybe her and Serena got in a tiff. There was a period where Serena had an argument with me about something, and she was angry at me. And it's farcical stuff, really farcical stuff. You're holding on to anger for no reason. Don't ever hold on to anger. It's not worth it. But I have one thing I've learned since end of April of this year with my oldest Serena is that, you know what? Just eat the fucking shit, because this girl is a martyr. Okay? She's tough as nails, and she's extremely emotional, like all three of my kids are. But, if you fuck with her and stuff, right, then you just get the silent treatment. And I'm already enemy number one. And so for whatever I've done. So am I giving into it all the time? Am I kowtowing to it? I don't know how to tell you that, because I probably am, yet she's a girl that never breaks curfew. I've mentioned this before. Okay. Doesn't go out and spend anything other than that, one maybe garbage shopping experience a week at shitty brands. What does it say? How you go through all this turbulence and still remain this attractive and youthful as a testament. Thank you so much. Farms, do we know each other? Wow, such a lovely compliment. She'll buy some piece of shit from Cotton On, Zara, H&M, go, I mean, it's fucking garbage, right? But, I'll get the bill at the end of the month, and I'll see she bought one item a week that costs nothing. She never breaks curfew. Her meals that, it's a split pay with her friends. They cost nothing. They cost nothing like the meals that I spend on at all in any ways throughout my fucking life. And she did 10 GCSEs. I keep saying 9. I don't know how it became 10. But apparently it's 10 GCSEs. And she got 10 A's. I don't know if one was a farcical GCSE. I think I took one farcical GCSE where it was an extra math thing where you could get a distinction, a pass or a fail, and I just got a pass, right? And it gave me 10 GCSEs. That really fucking count for anything. But apparently she's done 10 GCSEs, gotten 10 A's, and 7 of them are A stars. 7 of those A's are capped with stars. So even if we go back to what I had said last week or the week before or both, and she's a girl who did 9 GCSEs, got 9 A's, and 6 of them were A stars, or if it's 10, whatever. What the fuck am I supposed to say to a straight A student? What the fuck am I supposed to say to my daughter who's 16 years old, who's stellar gorgeous, right? Super slim, got straight fucking A's, more than half of them capped with stars, never breaks curfew, okay? Buys rubbish on the credit card and goes for really cheap meals with her friends, okay? I mean, she's a kid, and I've got to learn as a father to eat her shit. And I had a friend who shed me. Not that I shed this friend. Is always told me that you give into your daughter too much. You've got to mold her this down. It's like you're not living with her, and she's a martyr. And I've tried being hard with her. I've spoken to my dad about this and stuff a lot because he's a father. Who else am I supposed to go to for fucking advice? And I was tough on my dad as well, but tough in different ways. And so he was tough back, and I guess it didn't work for him. I'm not sure, but it definitely doesn't work for me. So I think, for me, I have to eat the shit because she's not some degenerate drug using fucking gamer. You know what I'm saying? She's a 16-year-old gorgeous fucking teenage girl who is a straight A student who never breaks curfew and hardly spends a dime, but she's fucking tough. Okay. She's tough on her siblings. She's tough on her parents. And that's my journey. And I told you guys this so many times, when you're blessed when God blesses you with 3 pristine children, there is payback, bro. There is payback. I mean, if you talk about the Hans Christian Andersen, I think it was Hans Christian Andersen, shows you how old I am, right? Hans Christian Andersen, I don't know, I think he had one of his fables, one of his stories and stuff, right? Remarkable stories this guy does. It was about this princess, or this princess of like a village. In the day, she's this gorgeous babe who beats her horse and beats her staff and is an a bloody fucking bitch to everybody. But in the night, she turns into a frog and is totally calm. Okay, now Serena is never calm. But there is payback. There is payback for all good in life. Okay, and probably a Christian priest, and nothing against Christianity whatsoever, right? Nothing against Christianity. A Christian priest. I know my mother, my real mom, is a born again Christian. She wouldn't agree to that, right? She would say that God is great in every single ways, and I believe God is great in every single ways. But I'm sure if you talk to I know if you talk to a Hindu priest, like I've been a Hindu for nearly 50 years, okay? Um, yeah, I mean, Hindus always talk about karma and fucking, there's payback, or there's payback in every ways, right? It's not just, oh, you be bad and then you're gonna get fucked up later, right? Okay. It's also, wow, look at all this good. Like a lot of people don't know. I called my horse Karma for a reason. Okay. Everyone in the West, okay, I think I love the word karma. Now, my horse is called Karma. I've talked about this before, and I get asked by the Chinese press. I was asked by the Chinese press all the time, why'd you choose this name? I said because it's an Indian name. It's an Indian word that has been adopted by the Western world. It's mainstream, right? And in the West, karma is like if you do something bad, then something bad will happen to you. If you do something good will happen to you and stuff. Bro, karma is also is about payback. Not payback to you, but payback from you to the universe. Okay? When you're blessed, all right, the universe can come fucking, like the Grim Reaper asking for payback. Trust me. All right? It just fucking happens. And I'm saying all this with a fucking smile on my face, right? I'm saying this on a smile on my face. I'm like, because I'm smiling and I'm chuckling because of how blessed I am and what great life I have. So when tough comes your way, you can't be like, oh fuck, oh, you know what I mean? Like you've got to pay for the good in your life, bro. You know what I mean? Westerners don't understand that karma is not just about, payback of anything bad you've done and stuff. Karma is also payback of good that happens to you. You know what I mean? Universe blesses you, then the universe comes, with the bill. Okay, here's the fucking bill. All right, you got paid back for the good in your life. And look, I'm chuckling. I mean this shit. I absolutely fucking mean this shit. It's the goddamn truth. I'm living proof of it. My life is living fucking proof of it. You know what I mean? You got to pay back for the good in your life. You got to earn the good, and you got to pay back for the good. And I mean that. And I've been talking for like half an hour or more. I'm gonna be talking for 51 minutes. And I never even touched today's notes. I never even got to last week's notes. I haven't even talked about the week. I'm still only on Saturday night. Now, with all the drama that happened during the course of this Michelin star dinner that we have at Tosca, which is a beautiful restaurant, the Ritz-Carlton, okay? The staff was so good to us. They took such great care to us. God bless the Ritz, okay? All this drama, and drama doesn't have to be huge and we're shouting and throwing plates and stuff, but drama can still be emotion and so forth. And at the end of it, we end up playing some game that the kids all know this game. I don't know what the game is called even. It's like a word game. But me and Saloni both got into it. It takes me a long time to grasp these young games and stuff, right? I am an old man, no matter what you say and think, no matter what you see and think. And we play this game in the evening, the night, and so well. It's so well. It's so well. And what is my takeaway from this is that I held my temper throughout dinner and ate shit that came my way, primarily from Serena. But I held my temper, and my night ended magnanimously, okay, with us acting as a family. Now, I don't like the word staycation. I told you that. Okay, I called it that so that you can understand what we were heading into. Okay, but I always like to call it a family retreat, whether it's for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Okay, before it actually becomes a vacation. I like to call it a retreat. I don't think Serena likes that word. Serena, I'm very young. Saloni understands that word, of course. Okay, So it really became, and I'm not even done with it yet. It really became what I wanted it to become, a retreat. There was aggro from Serena at lunch about some shit, whatever. I was fucking tired. I had a nap, so that blessed me in every ways. Okay. There was emotion from Rihanna at dinner and stuff. There was more aggro from Serena at that. But after we played this word game at the end of the meal, right? It just was like a retreat. Now, we took the Monopoly board that we bought in London. I bought in London from Hamleys, and I still haven't opened or played. Okay, now, London, I came back in August, and I said on the track, "Let's take the Monopoly board." And Serena said, "Many times, Papa, will be playing Monopoly?" And I said yes. But we've come up to the room. I don't know what time, right? 10:36, 11:36, something like that. I mean, I could have come to work the next day. I come and do the show, and I've said to Saloni, I said, listen, okay, obviously we have a massive screen. If you watch a video, me and Saloni are one end of the screen, and the kids are all the way on the other end. And I've said to her, listen, I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to go to bed, okay? And that might let the kids down. But you guys stay up all night and do whatever you want. Anything's game. This is your birthday. And just tell the kids. And this is how, I wouldn't say I felt yucky or shitty. It's just a reality of things. Tell the kids, Papa has to wake up tomorrow and go to work. And that was it. I've got my responsibility. And I'm in a stage now where I wouldn't say my dad and uncle are frail, right? But they are both in their 70s, right? And statistically, right, when you get to that stage, you know that for people, I hate to say this, but this is part of life, time is ticking down. Now, I'm not saying they're going to pass, right? I'm telling you that it is, as much as I am, I bitch about them all the time, it's a testament to them, right? As much as I bitch about my dad and uncle all the time, because I feel they're undermining me and stuff, I feel they're irrational with me and so forth, and I can't understand their thinking. It's a testament to them, and I'm so grateful, and I try to be gracious towards them, but I'm so grateful to them that they're still working. They don't need to, right? They've made all the cash that they need. I can't understand why they still work. I can't understand what drives them. I really cannot. My uncle doesn't have children. He's paid. He doesn't need to do this. The fact that he comes in and works is a huge fucking help to me. Now, he doesn't do the work that I do. That doesn't mean he can't do the work that I do. Let's take the I and the E out of the equation, right? It doesn't mean he can't do the work that I do, but he handles work and has always handled work. Many people ask me, what does my uncle do, right? They ask because they know me, they know my dad, right? If you know me, you know my dad, right? It's the opposite of my dad's friends. My dad's friends are all dicks. I've said it over and over. The cunts. They may know my dad, they don't fucking know me. Fucking judgmental fucks. But my uncle handles HR, taxes, accounts, bill payments, fucking everything, all this shit. Why would I want to do this shit? Why would I want to do any back office stuff, right? No disregard to people who specialize in back office work. I promise you that's not it. I wish I had that talent. And, I could have that talent if I started 21, 22, 23 and whatever, right? But how thin am I spread already? How much do I work already, right? Talking about hours and across platforms, okay? And then I've got my wife and children, right? And then, I haven't even been able to get to my, dedicate myself to my fitness and diet lately. I haven't even gotten a chance to talk about this yet. So, my uncle, I mean, God bless the guy. He doesn't need to work, yet he still comes in and works and helps us so much. And my dad, I mean, he is being knighted by the King of Belgium. He has MB from the Queen, MB of England, MB from the Prime Minister of Fiji, and other awards from the Hong Kong government. He doesn't need to work. Why are they coming? I don't know. I don't know why they're coming to work. God bless them. Am I grateful to them for their help? Yes. God damn it. This part you pay attention to. You know what I mean? A friend of mine, very, very close friend of mine, that shed me, okay, which is really unfortunate, okay, that shed me. Maybe I should have shed this friend first. That shed me, took umbrage with the fact, watched my show last week, okay, watched my whole show last week. God bless this former friend of mine, okay. God bless this former friend of mine for watching my entire 75-minute show last week. And took umbrage with me for calling my dad an asshole. I didn't watch back my show. I don't know what context it was and stuff, right? I'm trying to tell you that no matter what I say about them, I am sweeping shit under the carpet. I am sweeping shit under the carpet. I'm eating shit every day, right? I'm eating shit. Pat me on the back, don't pat me on the back. I don't fucking need it, right? I know what I gotta do. I gotta eat shit. I gotta work hard. I gotta feed my wife and kids. I gotta feed them, okay? And that's it. I got no fucking choice in this matter, right? I gotta eat shit. I'm eating that fucking shit. And I'm fucking grateful to these two fuckers, okay? And I don't want them to not come to work. I don't want them to not come to work. I don't want them to retire. I mean, if they want to retire, God bless them. Am I being selfish by not wanting them to retire? Yes, of course. Fuck it, I want them to work, right? It's great when they're here. It is fucking great. But just stop being a dick to me. That's all I'm asking. Why are you two being a dick to me all the fucking time? What the fuck am I doing wrong? They hate my fucking hair. I mean, I've had it forever, okay? I had hair like this as soon as I saw Freddie Lundberg. He's probably in the year 2001. You guys remember Freddie Lundberg? He's played for fucking Arsenal, Swedish guy. And Swedish guy played for Arsenal, was a Calvin Klein underwear model, okay? And he made his hair like this. It's what do you call it, the faux hawk? And that was like, say, 2000 and 2001, maybe 2002 even. And boom, I've had a faux hawk fucking since. And that's basically, I don't know if Beckham did it first or Freddie Lundberg did it first and stuff. And that's it. And they hate my fucking earrings, right? And they hate my fucking, I have a beard. They hate my fucking beard. They hate fucking everything, right? They fucking hate everything. All right? They fucking hate the word fuck when it comes out of my mouth. They hate the way I speak. They hate the way I serve clients. They hate the way I walk. They hate the way I dress. Everything. It's quite incredible, right? It's quite incredible that you have a child and you hate everything about them. Always. And for me, I'm the opposite. I know what I dislike about Serena, okay? And stuff. And I know what I dislike about Saria. It's minute compared to Serena, okay? But I hate nothing about Rian. Oh my God, I love this guy to fucking death. Oh my God, I just want to hug him all the time. I miss him always. I went and snuck in on to see the kids sleeping twice today. You know what I mean? I was just like, gosh, you know, the three of them are sleeping. I want to fucking hug them so fucking badly. Okay? Rohawk. And so forth. But that doesn't mean, I mean, there's always going to be stuff that irks you, right? And this is a message to the friends that I've shed and the friends that have shed me. And this is a message to all of you out there, right? There's always things that we do. Let's just focus on me, okay? That are going to irk others, okay? That are going to irk others. But I am not beating anybody. Literally, no matter what you think. I'm not beating anyone. I'm not stealing from anyone. I'm not bullying anyone. I'm not breaking any laws, right? I'm not doing any fucking drugs. I don't even fucking drink alcohol, okay? And stuff. All I'm doing is going to work and being me. You are going to irk people no matter what, right? Everybody, whoever you are, however righteous you think you are, right? Okay, you can think you're the, let's say you're a woman. You can think you're the snow queen, the ice queen, right? The most exquisite woman, tall, thin, gorgeous, fair, raven black hair. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh, right? Okay. And you can think you're righteous, and you can think to yourself that, you know, I've got the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. And, you know, yes, it would be great to give in to the devil and stuff, but no, I need to listen to the angel, right? I've made my choice in life and path in life and so forth. And you can think you're the righteous, cleanest person in the world, but you're going to irk somebody, right? We all do. But why do you have to hold a grudge against somebody if they slightly irk you? Why do you got to like be so judgmental about somebody if they slightly irk you? Why is it you have to castigate somebody if they slightly irk you? Why do you have to treat that irkingness, that's not a word, okay, as a catalyst to like say, oh fuck, why am I friends with this person? Why am I in love with this person? Why am I lovers with this person? Why am I hanging with this person? How could I be in love with this person before? How could I be in friends with this person before? How could I have made love to this person before? You know what I mean? How could I be in a relationship with this person before? Why does, because, we all irk each other, right? You're telling me that only Donald Trump irks people, Elon Musk irks people, Jeff Bezos irks people, Bill Gates irks people, Roshan Mawani irks people? I'm not putting myself in that category. Please, I beg you. Don't think I'm putting myself in that category. You know what I mean? Only Cristiano Ronaldo irks people. You know why fucking people hate Messi for some reason? Because he's a fucking angel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't hate Messi at all, right? But obviously, if you know me, my devotion is to Cristiano. I'm no Man United fan. I'm a Portugal fan, yeah, for sure. But that's because of Luis Figo, right? And that golden jet. It's all because of Figo. But everybody irks people. But why do you have to let that little bit of irkiness try and make you define them, move away from them, be unforgiving of them? Doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're in love with a guy. You've been in love with him for, say, fucking 6 years, whatever it may be. I'm using 6 because it's half of 12, right? Right? And then, you decide to move on in your life because the guy fucking irks you. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So, I have had to bite my tongue, eat my shit, eat my anger, eat my irritation at the fact that, my children are going to irk me sometimes. Never Rian. It's always never Rian. Okay. And it can be Saloni, it can be Serena. Saria's irkiness is so tiny. Gosh, it's nothing. She's a gem, right? But you don't judge them. You don't, you don't create World War III. You don't sift away from them and stuff. And, so I always wondered to myself, right, is that why do I irk my father and uncle so much? And if I ask them this question, I don't think they can answer me, or I don't even think they can understand. And then they will give me an answer. They'll give me a dirty, long list of shit that I did this when I was 16. I did this when I was 14. I did this when I was 17. I say, Jesus Christ, people make mistakes, right? Should you just forgive all those mistakes? I don't know, bro. I'm not a fucking priest. And I'm not a soothsayer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking priest. I don't know about forgiveness. I only know about love. And that's the truth. And I know I love my family. I love my children. I love my fucking father. And, I don't know if I never got a chance to love my uncle, right? I never got a chance to love my uncle because, I didn't have, a close upbringing with him, right? Obviously, my father's my father, my kids are my kids, right? I'm purposely not talking about my wife here because, she's an adult woman. And yeah, I don't think, with her being here, it's fair to talk about it and stuff, right? It's not like I gave birth to my wife and stuff. She's my equal. She's more than my equal. She's above me in every ways, right? She's the mother of my children. So I'm not going to, if you hear me not talking about my wife and, if you hear me not saying, stuff and so forth, it's just because it's nothing to do with the fact that I don't love her or she's means lesser to me than my father or my uncle. Of course not, or my children. No, nothing. I mean, it's stupidity, right? I just leave out of the equation because blood is blood, right? And I feel as though I am, I know I'm born from my father, but I feel as though that I'm born from my uncle as well, right? And I know I gave birth to my kids. So most of the stuff I talk about is our father and uncle and my children, right? I'm not going to put other people under the spotlight, all right? So don't ever think that if I don't talk about my wife so much, that means that she's on a lesser level to my 3 children, my father and my uncle. Okay, I give birth to my 3 kids, and I'm born from my father and uncle. So I believe I've every right, God-given right, to talk about my children, talk about my father and uncle, because blood is blood and stuff. But I'll tell you honestly, I'm beneath my father, I'm beneath my uncle, I'm beneath my wife, and I'm beneath my children. Okay, and why am I that? Because I'm so blessed to have all of them. I mean, there's such a blessing, such a fucking blessing, all of them. Okay, that I throw myself beneath them. And I have to, because that is karma. That is karma. That is true karma. True karma is not, oh, you know what I mean? The devil's gonna come and fuck you up. True karma is you realize how much God has blessed you, and you choose on your own to pay back to God, to the universe. And if you can't find a way of paying, one of the ways to pay is to eat shit. Remember that. One of the ways to pay in life, to pay back in life, to pay back for good in life, is to eat shit. And if you think I'm a degenerate motherfucking asshole, I'm all good with that. And if I irk you too much and you choose to shed me, it's okay. There's nothing I can fucking do. Okay? I'm not here to clean up my act and please you at all. Right? I'm here to serve my father, to serve my uncle, to serve my wife, and to serve my 3 children, and to serve God who has blessed me. So, I mean, forgive me for my irkiness. Forgive me if I've irked you, but coming back to what I was saying earlier, you can hate on me all you fucking want. I really don't give a flying fuck. You can talk about that as ego. It really doesn't make a fucking difference to me. I couldn't give a rat's fucking ass. I'm not here to win a fucking popularity contest and stuff. I'm here to serve my father, my uncle, my wife, my 3 children, in no particular order, because they are my blessings from God. Okay, I'm on this earth to be grateful, and I am. And how do I pay? What do I do to pay back for this gratefulness? I can't, I give a truckload of cash to my father, give a truckload of cash to my uncle, to my wife, to my kids. I mean, fuck all that, right? We're all eating, right? My payment is to serve them, to stay with them, to be with them, and to eat their shit. And you know what? It could be the opposite. I could think that I'm this righteous motherfucker and I'm doing the right thing. But it could be the opposite. It could be that I don't know this, right? But here's me opening up to you. It could be I am truly the degenerate fucking asshole, cunt motherfucker that everybody says that I am, okay? Or thinks that I am. And they are eating my shit. They are putting up with me. And I'm offering them nothing. I don't know. So I don't think I'm some fucking hero, all right? I don't think I'm some fucking hero at all, right? All I gotta do is a basic. It's such fucking basic shit. Is fucking grind, and that's basically it. And there's no end of the road where I'll be judged, right? There just isn't. And I'm not even looking down that path. I'm not trying to win a medal here, and so forth. Because I've got plenty of medals already. I don't know if that even means anything, and stuff. But if you want to be successful, take on more responsibility and do whatever you can do in your life. Don't waste your time fucking gaming. Don't waste your time fucking hating. Don't waste your time on nonsense. It just isn't worth it. And don't waste your time being irked by people. What has someone else's irk got to do with anything? Now, say I'm in a relationship with a woman, right? For example, to make it easier for you to understand. I've already talked about my children, right? Like, my daughter irks me, but she's a blessing in every way. Even if she is like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Even if she's the opposite of everything I've described, all the good things of her, right? She's still my child, right? But say, you break up with a person because they irk you. I mean, don't you judge the person on how much they love you? I think as a father, what I've realized is that I should forget about, the things that Serena does to annoy me, okay? And I should wonder, and really I should be worried, does my daughter actually love me? Okay. I should be worried, instead of complaining and bitching all the time, does my father actually love me? Does my uncle actually love me? I know Rian loves me. Okay. So if you're in a relationship with someone, do you really want to break up with them because they irked you? If you're in sort of any sort of relationship, or should you judge them based on how much they love you? And I believe that I don't know if my father and uncle love me, but they adhering to any responsibility that they think they might have or whatever is going on in their head by putting up with me. And that's basically it. So I don't know if you've understood any of the shit that I ramble on about today, but I haven't even finished my weekend yet. And I never even came to any of the notes that I fucking typed out for today. So I got up this morning, right? And luckily, God blessed me with about 5.5 hours straight sleep. Stayed in bed for a bit. It's like, fuck this. It's like 5 something, anyways. Let me just go start my day. So I go have some coffee outside in this glorious suite. I was like, fuck, did some work, take a shower. I go to the lounge. This is the other lounge, not the lounge downstairs, but the private lounge upstairs for the suite holders. Or if you've got massive points of Marriott, Ritz, all that stuff. Have a little bit of breakfast. You guys know I never eat breakfast. Answer some shit on my phone, whatever this, that. Whole family sleeping very happy. I've already showered, I've already gotten ready. Everything sweet is beautiful. Checked on the kids a couple of times. They're sleeping. It's a gem. Come back. The missus is sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. Sleeping. God bless them. People are sleeping. Bless them. Never wake somebody up when they're sleeping. Let them fucking sleep. And I came and opened my show. And I did my show, right? And I'm here and stuff. And in the few weeks, in the build up to today, right, I said to myself, Roshan, you should really, 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 really tell your dad, like you told him, that you're going to take Saturday afternoon off after lunch. Tell your dad that you can't come to work today. It's your wife's birthday weekend. Well, I said, you know what? Honestly, as much as I like to sleep in and shit, there's no fucking point. You will feel much better always if you go and adhere to your responsibility like I've done today. And then get on with your personal shit, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back to the Ritz, to my glorious fucking suite, at the fucking best hotel. I think better than the fucking Rosewood. Rosewood wins all these awards. I've stayed at the Rosewood. No disrespect to the Rosewood. Of course, you're great. There's just something about the Ritz. And I stay at the Ritz everywhere. But that I'm not dissing the Rosewood. So if you come to Hong Kong, stay at the Ritz. Trust me, I'll hook you up. I'll put you in touch with someone for a booking. And you come to Hong Kong and you don't want to stay at the Ritz, stay right next door to me. Don't stay. We don't have time for this hotel conversation. We'll do this another time. Ask me a question about hotels in Hong Kong. I'll give you all the answers. But I'm going to go back now. I'm going to be with my wife and children. And we're going to have a Michelin-starred lunch. We had a 1 Michelin-star dinner Saturday night and created amazing memories. We had an insane dinner Friday night. And hopefully that will create memories for us. And we're going to go to a 2 Michelin-star lunch today. Does this shit mean anything to me? No. 20 years ago, maybe it did. I couldn't give a rat's ass now. I really don't. Okay? You can say what the fuck you want, judge me how you want, this, that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, these 2 old French words or whatever they said. Listen, I'm always going to be on this side. Okay? I'm never going to be on this side. Okay? Can you see? I'm always going to be on this side. The lux in life, do you understand what lux is? L-U-X-E, stemming from the word luxurious. I'm always going to be on that side. Okay? I can't go camping. I wish I could. All right? I'm not into roughing it. I wish I could. It's just fucking not me. It's nothing to do with me. That's not my personality. It's the same with I love women. I want to make love to women. And I want to do it in luxury hotel suites. You know what I mean? And I want to eat at great fucking places. And that's just me. And I'm glad that, I am glad that God and my father and my uncle have given me a standing in life to be able to provide the luxury to my wife and children that I enjoy, to be able to share the luxury that I enjoy with my wife and children. So I'm going to go back to the Ritz now, okay, after spending some time with my dad, telling him I love him, of course. And I am going to have a 2 Michelin-starred lunch and hopefully create more memories. And we have the room till quite late today. Well, quite late when I say it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. And we'll see where the day takes us. And hopefully it's not World War III in the fucking room. I'm telling you seriously. Because it's World War III in my fucking house. Anytime all three of them are there. Okay? And that's in the morning getting up for school. On Saturday lunchtime, because they're doing one thing or the other. Saturday night getting ready for dinner. Sunday mornings before going to lunch. It's fucking World War III. So hopefully it's not World War III over there. And I never, ever, ever got to talk about all the stuff that I prepared for you today. Okay, I didn't even touch it. I just talked away for 18 minutes, probably my longest show today. I talked away for 18 minutes just about Friday night, Saturday night, and I didn't. I don't even know what I'm going to say about Sunday. But ladies and gentlemen, God bless you all. Thank you so much for listening to me. Okay, this was the Watchman's Hour by Roshan Malwani, not Adrian Brody. I'm an Indian living in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a city in China. I'm very, very grateful to you. Come to Hong Kong, buy a suit from me, and I will give you the most amazing experience. I will tell her happy birthday. All of you, I will tell her happy birthday from all of you guys. God bless you. First, goodbye to Instagram. Okay? Oh, by the way, my TikTok account is banned. I didn't even get to talk about it. It got banned this week. This is like my 10th account that I grew. I opened it in December last year in Guangzhou. We're in November now. It's 11 months old. I grew to 90,000 followers in 11 months. My 10th account. And it got banned. So find my next account. It's called samsteeler.band. And all of you follow me. I need to get 1,000 followers. I have like one follower, which is Lisa. God bless you. And then I can start broadcasting on TikTok again. Okay. And we'll talk more about that next week. It's been over 18 minutes. I love you all. I'm grateful to you. I'm Roshan Mawani of Sam Steeler, Hong Kong. Bye. Hey, everyone. How are you guys? You want to come say hello to me? Come on in. How are you guys? Sit down, everybody.